Chapter 2. The journey begins.
Welcome back to another Myrtle mystery. In today's video, the confusing case of the pencil. What's that is about? Well, let's find out. And just a reminder, the reason why I didn't record yesterday's Myrtle video is because I lost track of time and I was zooming in for church service. But by the other Sunday, I have to go because I'm going to do a prayer, of which I don't know what to say right now, but I'll think about it once that day arrives. But anyways, let's get right into the video. Logico liked to start his week off with a nice easy murder, and this week was no exception. A woodsman had been killed in a natural resort, which once again, the famous bear was killed at the resort in Murdle Jr., if you haven't seen the video. But we do have 4 of the suspects' weapons and locations. The suspects are Secretary Celadon, Bishop Azure, Mayor Honey, and Silverton the Legend. Next up, the weapons. Excuse me. A pair of gardening shears, a climbing axe, a pencil, which I believe it's the weapon, and a brick. Lastly, we have the locations. And look who's returning. 3 of the locations from the Myrtle Jr. The Old Pine, the Hot Spring Spa, the Lake Party, and, of course, the entrance gate. Each suspect brought 1 weapon to 1 location, but only one was a murderer today. Logical, as always, started with what he knew was certain about. Let's see if there's any evidence. Yes, it is. The pencil was used to commit murder, which I was right about that. So now we gotta figure out 2 things. Who did it and where they did it at. So, a chip of red clay was discovered on top of the pine needles, which I'm assuming it's the old pine, as usual. But what about, let's see, and it's the brick. The brick was made of clay. So, okay. Next up, we have a message. A messenger from the movement of the temple gave Logico a note that reads like some sort of encrypted ones. Let's decode this. This is where the decoder ring actually works. I don't know exactly how. Press for the detected code. Okay, this one's much easier. Secretary Celadon was seen with a climbing axe. So this is what happens when the decoder ring actually works. So Secretary Celadon has the climbing axe. And if the letters were jumbled up mess, then that means that you can actually decode it with the decoder ring. See? And when the letters are like in backwards or all scrambled up, it cannot decode it. So it this is like a rare thing that I just found out. But hey, at least you get to see it in this video. Whoever was at the party lake was right-handed. So let's check out the suspect cards. Celadon was left-handed. Bishop Azure, right-handed. Left-handed for Mayor Honey. Right-handed for Silverton the Legend. It's either one of the two. It's either one of the two who was at the party lake. It's either this person or that person. Either way, I don't know for certain, but I'm definitely going to use a hint. Analysts discovered traces of a weapon made of wood on the clothing of Silverton the Legend. So let's check out the weapons thing. This is made of wood, so could Silverton the Legend be the murderer? Well, we can't get ahead of ourselves because it's also made of wood as well. So, yeah. However, Silverton the Legend doesn't have the climbing axe. Celadon has. So that means that Silverton the Legend has the pencil, because it's the only weapon that is made of wood, while this one, the brick, made of clay, and this one's made of metal. Yeah, it's made of metal. So that means that Silverton the Legend is the killer. But the question is, where did Silverton the Legend commit this crime? Well, that's what we're about to find out soon. It could be the party lake, but we're not certain. So Mayor Honey never steps foot in the hot springs. So that means that he was never there. Bishop Azur was childhood friends with the person who brought a pair of gardening shears, which means that he doesn't have it, but he does have the brick, which means that Mayor Honey has the shears. So now it is about that time to figure out where. So Mayor Honey was standing on the entrance gate. So there you have it. I'm definitely using hints because I'm going to be stumble of something that I just don't know right now. It looks like a pencil is somewhere at the party lake. So this confirms that Silverton the Legend was at the party lake, leading the bishop not being at the party lake. Wherever these two at, we're not going to worry about that, but what we do know is that the party lake is where the murder took place. So, my accusation is Silverton the Legend did it with the pencil, and it took place at the party lake. And I was right, even though I have to use not one hint, even though I have to use a hint to figure out the location, but at least I know for certain now, which I'm very happy about. And it took about 6 minutes to solve this case. So that's it for today's Myrtle Mystery video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for another video of Myrtle.